are joining. 5 people. Feel free to type and chat with us. Tell us what have you been eating for breakfast. Type your breakfast here in the chat group, huh? Is it on Facebook?
On YouTube.
On YouTube.
Yeah.
So 7 minutes to start, huh? Oh, I can hear myself. Thanks for joining us this morning. We were talking about eating disorder. So you log in from your laptop, is it?
Oh, 9% already. Thank you for support.
Thank you.
Our target is more than 30. Yeah, that's the requirement.
I see.
Yeah.
So have to share with your WhatsApp group, huh? To ask people to come and support.
Yeah.
Please prepare any questions that you want to ask me about eating disorder, huh?
Yeah, it's a rare chance, total chance for join this kind of thing.
Yeah. Very supporting.
Don't miss out this chance, okay?
Yeah. Maybe I can quiz you all now. What do you understand about eating disorder? Can answer in the chat box, huh? Or IT technician here will try to, fit us on what's going on in the chat box.
Yeah.
Marian, can you see the chat on Facebook over your side?
YouTube.
On YouTube.
You got the link?
Guys.
So if there's any questions on or comments on YouTube, please let us know as well, huh, Marian?
I send you the link.
Yeah, I can see that.
You can see that, huh? Anybody responses so far? What they had breakfast for?
No.
What are their breakfast menu for?
You guys can see the chat also, but it's quite small.
Hi.
Oh, I see. So far no.
No, Kylie,
No
she say hi.
Oh, Kylie say hi. Hi, Kylie.
Yeah.
Wow, super small. But,
You know,
but
I can see through my phone.
you can see through your phone, but I cannot see on the screen. Nobody say hi.
Hello. Oh, Tong Hee Weng say hello.
Hi, Hiweng. Good morning. Have you taken your breakfast?
Good morning. Okay.
Good morning.
Thank you for support. I love you guys so much.
Please share the share the YouTube link with your friends as well, huh?
Yeah.
And prepare us some questions about eating disorder.
We are going to start at 10 a.m., which is 4 more minutes. So stay tuned.
Thank you. Okay. So since we are asking questions to the audience, right? So you guys have to answer what have you been eating lately, and also this morning. Chen Feng.
I have been practicing like intermittent fasting.
I see.
So I only eat like 2 meals a day, more or less.
I see.
Only at the afternoon. I mean the lunch and dinner.
Lunch and dinner. So what did you have for dinner last night?
Dinner normally is nasi ayam kunyit because that's the only good food in KBZ. Yeah.
See, nasi
ayam
kunyit.
Yeah.
Nasi is the white rice, right?
You
Just
put the
plain rice.
ayam kunyit on the rice
Oh.
together with some soup. Okay.
Some soup. Some veggie in the soup, I guess. No.
The veggies is in the ayam kunyit.
Oh, the veggie is in the ayam kunyit, which is?
It's like a fried chicken. I mean stir fried chicken with the like long beans and then carrot,
I
onions.
see.
Like that.
Okay.
For lunch, I eat like nasi campur.
Okay.
Like got tempeh, veggies, something like that.
Yeah, tempeh is a good source of protein.
Yeah. And it's cheap also. It's not that I don't want to eat meat because meat is so expensive.
Yeah.
So it's an alternative for the meat.
Yes. university students all on diet not because by choice, no, but because of some your financial situation as well, right? So maybe next class we should teach about finance management.
Which I did not perform well.
But you choose a temper, so I guess you got talent or got potential.
I got potential in saving money but not generating money.
Okay, so this is the time for you to earn as much knowledge as you can to generate in future, huh? So I'm looking at millionaire. No?
So what about Kai? What do you eat? What is your recent diet nowadays?
Kai
I've
or
got two Kai,
We got two Kai
Okay.
here. You're asking?
Kai
Answer. What need to go? You got 30 seconds.
I think morning I only ate Milo and biscuit.
It's good. So that will be some very minimal protein in the Milo and then carbohydrates.
Very high in minerals.
High minerals. Okay. Like vitamin B.
Something like that.
Okay, alright. Okay, so 1 minute to go. Wong, you want to quickly say what did you have for breakfast?
I don't usually eat breakfast nowadays.
Is it by choice or because of intermittent
Because
fasting?
I prefer sleep.
Oh, you really say, okay, think,
Yeah.
okay, so that is a lifestyle choice as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but you take a lot of time, to eat.
Dr. Chong, excuse me, we are going to start now.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's
Finally,
Chit-chat
okay.
later.
Start in 3, 2, 1. Good morning to all the audiences, my friends, and also Miss Farah. Hello. My name is Shajang Feng, and then we are from Group 1 in LMCE 2103 Advanced Communication Project from National University of Malaysia. As you can see, we have our special guest today, Dr. Chong Xiao Chui. Yeah, let's welcome him. Okay, for your information, Dr. Chong Xiao Chui is a lecturer in Faculty of Social Science and Humanities in UKM, a research fellow at Youth Empowerment Centre UKM, a registered counsellor, and she also specializes in youth development. So thank you, Dr. Chong, for joining us today. Yeah.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Yeah. So before we start the podcast, let's have some pop quiz. Audiences are also welcome to join us on the pop quiz. So our pop quiz will be a true and false question. If you think the question is false, then you show the red color to the screen, and then true, you show the green side. Okay?
Okay, so I have to declare I didn't read on the quiz,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
this will be my genuine questions, huh? Okay, alright.
So we'll start from easy one and then slowly proceed to the difficult questions. So be ready. So the first question is, eating disorder is more prevalent in male. Is it true or false?
Males. False.
False, male. The answer is, do you mind to explain why did you choose false?
Me, huh? Okay, so because a lot of times women would be kind of like objectified, so we see women as object. The object can be thin, can be fat, can be the size can be varies from one end to the other end, right? So that's why that's my answer.
Okay, so it's a good explanation. Yeah. Of course it's a good because Dr. Chong is Dr. Chong. Okay, so the answer is false. Yeah, eating disorder is more prevalent in female by a large amount.
Okay.
So yeah, female.
Yeah. The other thing is about the body fat in women's, right, is much higher than in men. So it's kind of like a bit easier for men to actually lose weight. Because they just have to run a few rounds and then go on healthy diet and then they can slim down as compared to women, which is designed why the body fat in women is much higher, because we need to prepare the fat when we have to bear children, have to get pregnant, so the fat is very important in that sense.
Yeah, so that's the biological factor.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, we learned something today. Okay, next question is, the age group between 14 to 40 years old, which is a young adult age group, is more likely to suffer from eating disorder. Is it true or false?
I would think so, especially the adolescent years.
Yeah, maybe Kei.
Because I think young adults, they are more sensitive towards what others might thinking of them.
Oh,
So, they are
yes.
more prone to eating disorder.
Yeah, so the answer is true.
Yay!
Yeah. The exact reason is unknown, but they suspect that it's because of the social media. Because there are social influencers out there, they define the unhealthy beauty standard to us. So normally this age group is more prone or more exposed to the social media. That's why they are more easily to suffer from
Yes.
eating disorder.
And then also because during adolescence, right, and then young adulthood, they are actually searching for their identity, right? So once they are being influenced by the influencer, they might think that, oh, actually I want to be like them, I want to be like that. So because those influencers are more popular, and most likely in this age, they want the popularity more than anything in the world, right? So they would sacrifice their health just to get popularity or fame. In that case, it's very dangerous, right?
True also. We should reflect on that because I am in this age group. Yeah, I'm very dangerous.
Yeah.
Okay. So far everyone got correct in the pop quiz. So we see how later. Okay. In the third question is, eating disorder will cause you to gain more weight. Is it true or false? Gain more weight?
Gain more weight because of eating disorder. This
So,
one, say
3, 2, 1. Hey, so the child have no stand on this, okay?
yes.
So the answer is false. It has
False.
irrelevant, yeah.
Okay, irrelevant.
Irrelevant, yeah. There is no relationship. I mean, not enough evidence to prove that eating disorder will cause you to gain or lose weight. Yeah, so that's according to research.
Because most likely, when you have eating disorder, your relationship with your weight is like maybe like yo-yo. Sometimes you're very thin, you're very light. Sometimes you're very fat, and you gain a lot of weight.
Yeah.
It depends on which eating disorder you are having.
Yeah. So, the question started to become a bit harder, is it? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so for the fourth question, there are more obese individuals suffer from eating disorder than that of underweight individuals. Because did you guys understand the question?
Yes.
Okay.
So obese.
Obese people are more likely to suffer from eating disorder than that of underweight one.
Okay.
Okay, so
answer time.
3, 2, 1.
Same.
I know stand. Okay, maybe Bob can say something on this. Why do you think it's true?
I think people who suffer from eating disorder is like more or less suffer from the opinions from other people. So they will feel like very unconfident when they suffer from these opinions and they want to lose weight because of that. And because of that, they usually will sometimes will develop eating disorder.
Yeah, that's true explanation. So the answer is true. Yeah. Good one. You did your research. You did your homework.
Yeah, finally I
Yeah.
Okay. Just to remind everyone that actually we cannot kind of like identify whether this person got eating disorder or not based on their physical appearance. So even though a person might look obese, right, most likely he or she has a very healthy relationship with food, right? But some people who are very skinny, right, though to your surprise, he or she might be suffering from eating disorder.
Yeah.
Right? But Chen Feng's your question is which group is
Yeah,
more, right?
It's not like underweight did not suffer. It's
Yes.
relatively more.
Okay,
in
so
the obese side.
since I didn't stand so most likely I didn't get it right.
Okay.
Good one. Really hard.
Okay, so continue.
Okay.
Okay, this one is a bit serious. Okay, every 1 hour, one person will die directly because of eating disorder. That's a very serious statistic. So, in 3, 2, 1, your answer is? Oh, okay. Why do you think it's true?
I I think eating disorder is common now, but it is still overlooked by the society. Like it's difficult for us to know this news through social media, right?
Okay, good point. So the answer is true, but the exact reason is unknown. There are a lot of factors in this. So the researcher did not have enough evidence to prove that this reason is the causing of this. Yeah, so.
But can you point out a very good point that we should really have to do more campaigns and also awareness programs so that people might think that everybody also purging after eating, so I thought it's normal, so everybody is doing that, especially the teenage girls, right? So but they didn't know they're actually suffering a very unhealthy or toxic relationship with food on that point, from that point onwards.
Yeah, we should be more careful on this.
Yes.
Okay, continue for the next questions. Okay, this one is I just tell the question lah. Okay, 1 in 5 adolescent girls engage in unnatural weight loss method before. So every 5 girls, there will be 1 girl engaged in unnatural weight loss method, like eating pills. Okay. So the answer is true. Okay, maybe Malian, you can say something on this. Why?
I think
No,
I
first of
heard
all,
about
do you think it's true or
they
false?
take harmful medicine for this.
So you think the statement is true or false?
True.
True. Okay. So the answer is true. Yeah. But it's not like adolescent boys did not engage in unnatural weight loss method. Yeah. Just that the girls are more in like 20%. Okay. So that's a serious issue.
So Maria
Okay.
want to say something, right? Just now you invited her to
Oh,
say
sorry.
something.
I just said I've heard from my classmates I think in my high school, their friends will take harmful medicine to lose weight and combine with many sports also harmful to them.
Yes. So most likely the substance that they took might be like high in caffeine, so make them feel full, and then they feel like they don't need to eat, and then will simulate more energy inside their body, and then they can run more or do more exercise. Isn't it that case that you heard in
Yes.
China? Yeah, could be the case, huh? Right. So it's very dangerous once you are taking those drugs or substance. Most likely you will die of malnutrition or even exhaustion, or even get fainted because of your low sugar level in your body, and also lower blood pressure as well. So it's a fatal case. So never ever take any slimming down pills. People say it's from herbs. It's very safe. So don't ever consume those drugs.
Yeah, we should practice a healthy method on this.
Yes.
Okay, so continue to the last pop quiz. Okay, this one is a little tricky for me because I was also surprised by the answer. Okay, people with larger bodies will become more likely to suffer from eating disorder.
Larger body. This one is similar to the other one. That one is obese.
This one is larger
This
body.
is larger body.
So is it true or false? 1, 2, 3. Okay. So maybe Wong, why do you choose true?
I think
You choose true or false?
I think I choose
Oh,
false.
why is that?
I choose false because maybe larger body size generally mean that they eat well, so I don't think they will suffer from eating disorder because of larger body size.
Oh, that's a good point. But the research did not state the exact reason for this, but the answer is false. Yeah, so surprisingly, because we think that obese person will more likely to suffer. So of course, people with larger body will also suffer. But turns out the fact is not. Yeah. So don't worry, like people with larger bodies like me, did not, actually will be less likely to suffer from eating disorder.
I
Yeah,
see.
that's-
So larger people might gain more confidence in themselves because
Yeah,
they are
yeah.
much taller
yeah,
and
in a way.
maybe more strength. Right? Okay. Alright.
So that's the end of the pop quiz. Yeah.
Oh, I had fun.
Yeah. So I hope you guys did learn from this. So now let's get into the topics for today. Prevalence of eating disorder among Asians. For those who have no idea what eating disorder that we just now always talk about the terms eating disorder. So eating disorder are illness in which people experience severe disturbances in their eating behavior because of mental issues or related thoughts and emotion issues. So some illness that we often hear like bulimia nervosa or anorexia nervosa or like binge eating is a types of eating disorder also. So that's a rather serious issue that we need to emphasize on in this time and society. So to have a better understanding on the problem, we prepared some case to discuss and study and explore more on the eating disorder. So I pass the mic to Kei to explain or explore more on this. Yay!
Hi everyone, I'm Kay. So now I will proceed to the main topic of today, which is the true culprit behind the eating disorder. So I will be providing several case studies as example, and hopefully you guys can get better understanding regarding this issue. So the first one is Elena Wong. She is an Asian YouTuber which diagnosed with anorexia nervosa and binge eating disorder in 2017. So after going through her YouTube video, I think there are several culprits behind the eating disorder. So the first one is Asian diet culture. So this is due to the Asian parents that love to expose the Asian diet that is low in carbohydrate or low in fat to their children. So this happened to Elena when she was only 15 years old, as one day when she finished one bowl of rice, she intended to get second bowl of rice. But then she was warned by her mother. Her mother told her that you cannot eat too much rice, you will get fatter. So that was the first time Elena exposed to this kind of Asian culture from her own family members. So Wong, have you been exposed to this kind of diet culture before? Like how you feel about this?
I'm exposed to like the opposite situation.
I can see from your size.
I'm quite skinny in my own opinion relatively, and then my family always like after I eat like they will like tell me to like eat more rice like that. So I'm not like they will not tell me like not to eat second bowl. They will like call me to eat second bowl lah.
Yeah, but for me, I do experience the same situation as the case because as you can see, I'm really big eater. So every time I want to get the second bowl, my mother will like being sarcastic, oh you're so fat and then you want to eat more. So that's the thing I experienced before lah. I think depends on the family.
I think the diet culture is good for our health, but I think if for the children it's not good because children they need more nutrients to grow. So parents should not expose this kind of culture.
Yeah.
Okay. Besides that, Elena has also exposed to verbal abuse, which is due to the Asian habits and love to comment the body size of other people. So Elena has stated this in her video that during the Chinese New Year reunion, her body size had always been commented or discussed by her relative. So this made her very sensitive towards her body size, and she started develop insecurities towards her body size. Well, for me, I think I definitely have same experience like Elena. I remember that was a few years ago when I wear my newly bought dress to attend a reunion dinner. That is one relative just look at me and laugh at me and say like, wow, why you get fatter this year? So during that time, I was really frustrated and annoying, but we cannot do anything because there's always people like this. I'm really curious, anyone here with similar experience?
Yeah, I got some experience when I was secondary school because in secondary school I'm not like slim I mean relatively not fat like this in this state. During secondary school, I was much chubby or fatty person. So when I wore the shirt is very tight, and then you can see the fat, being like a tire on your stomach. So people will look at me and then judge me based on my looks. So that's the reason why I keep on exercising and dieting to get on the state like this. Although I now is not like slim, obviously I'm still dieting, exercising. Yeah. So that's in a way that is motivating, but I don't think that everyone should get this kind of treatment. Yeah. They should be like more love, more love and more engaging in this, to tell the person to have a healthy
in a nice way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe everyone will have such experience lah. So let me continue the story of Elena first. Elena was then trying out different way to lose weight. She started to go on a restriction of diet, like stop eating rice completely, and she even did intensive workout like 2 hours a day without taking break. So of course this made her lose weight even faster and effective, and she started to get compliments from other people like, wow, you're looking so good now, you should keep this up. Of course this compliment motivate her even more and lead her to the misconception that if she wanted to get prettier, then she should lose more weight. So this is how eating disorder developed through Elena. So through this case, we can see that Elena was actually affected by Asian diet culture and the Asian habits that love to comment the body size of other people. So this culture exposed Elena to the Asian toxic beauty standard, which disturbed her mind completely. So until now, I have a question for Dr. Chong. Doctor, what do you think about the role of parents in instilling the concept of true beauty in children? Do you think it's correct for parents to expose this kind of culture to children?
Okay, so first of all, I would think that generally parenting would be such a big issue in our country. For example, we actually do not know how to maintain a good and healthy relationship with our parents. So our parents also might not know how to have the psychological training, how to talk nicely or how to phrase their kids and all, right? So I guess every parents also got their lessons to learn in the parenthood, right? Or parenting journey. So I guess both sides, both parties, the parents are also trying to help or trying to give their best to their children, right? So knowing that obesity will create a lot of problems, right? So the parents might feel very anxious if they find that their children are either overweight or underweight, right? So how to deal with this anxiety, right? So that's why both parents and the children have to find the correct way to live a healthy diet. So whether is it only Asian will do that, or maybe Western culture will do that? I would say that everybody in the world will actually still have lessons to learn in parenting. Right? So I guess the ultimate answer to your question will be, what shall we do? What would be the best thing for parents to do, or the best methods to maintain a healthy relationship with your children would be just love them, in a unconditional way. So by saying that love them unconditionally doesn't mean that whatever that they want to eat, we just let them to eat, to their satisfactory, or starve them to death. But love unconditionally means that we accept. If they were born with a big size, then it's a big size. So we do it in a big size way but healthy way to live. If they are born in a smaller size or underweight, how can we help them to have a healthy relationship with the food within their body size and within their ideal weight? So everybody do not have a standardized weight, standardized look, standardized size. No one says that if you're skinny then you're healthy. No. Nobody says that if you're big size and relatively fat a bit or more fat percentage in your body doesn't mean that you are definitely not healthy. So first of all, I think parents need to deal with your own anxiety. And then second of all, children need to empower themselves with more knowledge about what is healthy lifestyle. Then they will maintain a good discussion about what to eat, what not to eat, how much exercise that you need, and do it together. That would be
So
my comment.
ultimate is the love who they are,
Mm.
Cannot like because this person is fat or skinny, you don't want to be friend or do not love them. Something like that.
Yes. So even though the parents would think that I want to tell you something, I want to instill, for example, hey, maybe let's try to cut down the rice, for example, right? But if you say in a loving way, right? So the children will take it as, oh, because of my parents is rational, at the same time she's affectionate, so loving way, right? So I should listen to my parents more. Instead of thinking that my parents are rejecting me, my parents think that I'm not good enough, my parents think that I should change, right? So change in a way that make me not comfortable lah. Because people generally, if you ask them to change, right, they feel not secure. Something wrong with me, why do I have to change? So that's why psychologists, the best way to educate our clients to be, find the motivation to change. Do you change because people rejecting you, then you have to change, or do you change because you want to have a better version of yourself?
Yeah, I agree with what Dr. Chong said just now. So the parent, even themselves, they should learn how to normalize and accept their children, even though their children body size might be bigger or smaller. And then the parents should also treat their children like in a nicer way, and not just scolding their children. Yeah. So okay, now I will proceed to the second case study to reveal more culprits of eating disorder. So this time, the story happened in a 16-year-old girl. She is also an Asian YouTuber called Nicole Lee, which I came across her video through YouTube. So Nicole has stated in her video that she was deeply influenced by the social media and online influencer that exposed her to the so-called healthy lifestyle and healthy eating habits. So I think nowadays there are various online influencers on Instagram or Facebook that share their personal stories or even photos. And of course for me, I follow a lot of online influencers, and I believe you guys did also, right? So Jianfu, will you try to imitate the lifestyle of the online influencer that you admire?
In secondary school, yes, because during my secondary school, I was, like I said, I was really fat and chubby, so I want to become like more jacked person. So I follow a lot of like bodybuilding influencer. So I try to imitate their lifestyle, but it's very difficult because, for example, they will work out like 1 hour per day, which is very school, and also their diet also very clean. I mean lean. Okay, they only eat like a piece of chicken, hard-boiled chicken breast, and then some veggies, and that's all. Which is eat clean. So that's for me, like normally I eat like nasi lemak in my meal. So for these sudden changes, it become very difficult for me. So in secondary school, yes, and then when I become more mature, I realized that this is not what I want. Then I started to change back to like normal eating style. So I think this will happen to a lot of us once in a while in our lifetime. Yes.
Yeah, I think this tends to happen in young adults
Yeah.
because they are still finding their identity, like what Dr. Chang has said just now. So as for Nicole, she was so obsessed with the unrealistic yet perfect body image portrayed by those online influencers. So she started to go on a restriction of a diet to burn off the calories and body fat. And she resists her hungriness and forced herself not to eat during in school or even at night. So this was the time that she became sensitive towards the number on the weighing scale, and that was how the eating disorder started to engulf her life. So through this case, we can see that the social media and online influencers are actually driving our mind, and how they adapt the toxic Asian standard would definitely distort the mind of teenagers as well. So doctor, what do you think about the negative impact of online influences on the mentality of teenagers?
Okay. So like what we discussed earlier, right? So adolescents are finding their identity.
Yeah.
So whatever that whatever that they have been exposed to the media, so that will be influences because they are popular and everybody is watching their videos, right? So I believe that some influencers like what Jane Feng's like to watch, right? Bodybuilder will be one kind of like teaching you this is the lifestyle that you could adopt, right? The other type of influencer will be those selling products, those that really be the representative of some beauty product or some dieting food program, this and that. Those will be the other type of influencers, right? So the other type, I would say that maybe those are promoting healthy eating habits and also moderate healthy lifestyle. Those are promoting good stuff lah. So I would say that there are various of influencers in the market. Some are very extreme, only lean meat and boiled chicken and also veggie. Some are telling you, there are so much good food here with all the appetizers, all the nice desserts and everything, right? But how much do you know that whether this is true now? Some influencer they might actually take a picture of a very nice chocolate cake. They might, I think they put one bite, inside their mouth, but actually they didn't eat the whole cake. But they just want to sell the cake to you so that you will think that this is delicious, and even though you eat like her, you will not gain fat because she didn't video out the whole process of eating.
They only show the good side of their life.
Yes. So that would be my opinion on influencers. Right? So the key point here is choose your influencer. Those that in a long period of time, maybe over years, that you still see that this person looks good, healthy, then this will be the person that you should follow. If in a short-term basis, this person after 2-3 years, you think this person getting skinnier but doesn't look healthy, from the way she maintained relationship with other people, the comments that she had written, might not be from her, might be from the editors of her Instagram or editor from her channel, or might not be her the real person. Even so, observe and see whether this person is the idol or a role model for you to follow. I think give the influencers maybe a few years time to establish whether and for you to make this decision whether you should follow him or not.
Yes. So young teenagers, they should differentiate which is who is the good one and who is the bad one. I mean the online influencers. So as a conclusion, for my part, teenagers, they are so vulnerable and they are still sensitive, and therefore if they find out they are different from other people, it's difficult for them to accept and normalize their own difference, such as the body size, and therefore that is why the eating disorder is more prevalent in young adults. So that's all from my part. So now I will pass to Wong, and he will explain about the recovery process of ED.
Okay. Hello everyone, I'm Wong Kai Yi, tracking number A189485. I'm going to talk about the possible solutions if unfortunately you are diagnosed with eating disorder. So first and foremost, we must find a team of professionals in treating this eating disorder. So this treatment team may include psychologists, psychiatrists, dietitian, medical and health expert, and then people that are close with you must include in the treatment team lah. So psychologists help in like providing the psychological therapy for you guys, so that you guys can treat the eating disorder lah. And then for the psychiatrists, they will try and give the medical prescription and management of the meal if unfortunately you are diagnosed with eating disorder. And then for the dietitian, they will try to provide nutrition education for you guys, and then try to help you on the meal planning if you guys are diagnosed with eating disorder. And then if you guys are having like health and dental problems, you guys can find medical and dental specialists also. And then people that are close with you are also very important for you guys. People such as your family, your partner and your friends are very important because they can provide mental support for you guys, and they can try and supervise your meals. So I will ask some questions to you guys. What do you guys think if family is not involved in the treatment and the patient is battling the eating disorder by himself or herself? Is it will be effective or not?
For me, I think I'm not like facing a real disorder issue before, but I think it's a mild thing. During my it's like I said, during my secondary school, I to recover from that unsustainable, which is what I said, unsustainable lifestyle by myself. So I think it's possible by treating that illness by yourself. But by looking back to the past, I think that if with the family support, it will be much better and much effective. Because like Dr. Chong just said, love is really important. Love who you are is really important. So if you get the love from the family member, if you feel the love by your family members, it will be much effective from what I did.
Yeah, I agree with Chia. Like if you guys are having like this mental illness, try to reach out to your family, friends, all that lah.
Yeah.
And then now that we have a treatment team, right, like all the specialists, all the professionals, I will introduce some common treatments for eating disorder. So the first treatment that I'm going to introduce is the psychological therapy. It's the most important component in treating eating disorder. So psychological therapy can help us to normalize the eating patterns and achieve a healthy weight. Besides, it helps us to exchange unhealthy habits with the healthy ones so that we can learn how to monitor our eating habits and our moods. And then there are several types of psychological therapy. The first one is the cognitive behavioral therapy. This type of therapy focuses on your behavior, your thoughts, and your feelings. After helping you to gain healthy eating behaviors, it helps you to recognize that what is the cause of your eating disorder, like what is your distorted thoughts, like why that cause you for the eating disorder lah.
Like trauma or something.
Yeah, like maybe like verbally abused by others people. Besides the individual cognitive behavioral therapy, we have the group version. We carry out this therapy with all the other patients of eating disorder. So it can help you to address the thoughts, feelings, and behaviors related to the eating disorder. The third therapy I'm going to introduce is the family-based therapy. In this therapy, family members will learn to help you to restore the healthy lifestyle, healthy eating patterns, and achieve a healthy weight until you can do it on your own. So doctor, may I know what is the key differences between individual cognitive behavioral therapy and group cognitive behavioral therapy? Is anything like maybe group is better than individual one, or individual is better than group one?
Okay, alright. So before I answer your questions right on the treatment side, maybe we can rewind a bit because some big words came out like anorexia, nervosa, bulimia, and also binge eating, right? So there are different types of eating disorder, but all these three types, generally we think that you have a very distorted thinking or thoughts about your body weight and your body appearance, your body image, and your true weight. So what you think about your weight doesn't represent the way you look. For example, a very skinny person would think that eating will make her fat, right? And when she look at the mirror, she will still think that I'm very fat, right? So that would be the true culprit of why eating disorder is developed, because of what you think and what will affect what you do. So if you think that you're a healthy person, so you'll be, when we eat our meal, we will eat with a very happy heart. Wow, today got nasi lemak, right? Wow, today got my favorite fruit, dumpling, for example. So this is the healthy relationship with the food, and healthy relationship with me in the mirror and me in the mindset, right? So anorexia nervosa are people who think that actually what they do is they starve themselves to death. So it's the fatal cases that people actually think that if I cannot eat any food, because if I eat, it will make me fat. So they're starved, they don't eat at all. So that is anorexia nervosa. Okay. The other one is bulimia. Bulimia is, okay, when I eat a chocolate cake, I know that chocolate cake is high in fat and also calories. So I don't want my body to process the fat. So what you do is you vomit out. So you do purgings. What you do is you make yourself vomit, or make yourself purging. So I don't want to explain how you do that, but I guess forcing yourself to vomit is not pleasant at all, right? So it will harm your esophagus, and then you will harm make your gastric. You make your gastric, and then you harm your teeth. And just now Wong said about dental health, because all the acid that you actually vomit out will actually harm your teeth as well, right? So that is bulimia, right? So another type is binge eating. So binge eating is that when we say people are in yo-yo diet, so one day they stuff themselves, and the other day they think, today is a cheat day, I don't care, I just want to eat, right? So they'll start eating a lot of food until it's like feel that the stomach is want to explode already. And this is not a pleasant kind of just eat. They will eat until they suffer. In the end of the day, they still suffer. So why eating disorder is a problem? Because this type of patients, they have a lot of anxiety in their mind, right? And they also have a very, very, very low control of their life. So meaning, if people say that you're fat, so if they don't have control of what other people say, right, and they don't have control on how to respond to whatever criticism people have on their body, right, so they will feel powerless. So what will make them feel more powerful is to control their diet, because that is the only thing that they can do. They could choose whatever that they want to eat or choose not to eat. So in order to gain some power in themselves, they have a very toxic relationship with their food and how they eat. So this is the problem that we have to solve in treating eating disorder. So Wong, your question is whether you do it individually with one-to-one therapies, or with a group of people who suffer the same issue that you're having, like a group of anorexia nervosa, or a group of people with bulimia, or mixture of these three types of eating disorder. So I would think that both also are effective. Yeah. So first one, individual, because everyone have different background and also different maybe the scale of how distorted you are. So it might be different from individual to individual. So your psychotherapist will give you 100% care if it's a one-to-one consultation and also therapy. So that would be the good side of having individual therapy. But the group one also got a lot of benefits, because once, like you say, that you are not alone, right? So people will think that, am I a weirdo? Am I the only one who think that eating will make you fat? Am I the only one, when I look at the mirror, people say that I'm very thin, but I feel very fat? So when they feel that they are not alone, so the journey of recovery might be faster, because they got supported and they can do things together. They can plan their diet together, and then they can. Nowadays got a lot of group, right? A social media group. They'll post a picture. What have you been eating for breakfast, lunch and dinner, so they can monitor their diet together, and then have group exercise together. So that will people will feel more motivated, and they feel that this will be effective in that sense. Okay.
So maybe I will ask another question to Mariamu. So unfortunately, if you are the patient of the eating disorder, do you prefer group cognitive behavioral therapy or individual cognitive behavioral therapy?
I think as a starter, maybe I prefer individual because I'm afraid of being complained about my body shape, and also I fear I can't face the problem. But after that, I can make friends with the group, and then I can do it in group.
Yeah, good point.
I see. So next, I would like to talk about other treatment besides of this therapy. One of the treatment is nutrition education. It's very important also for the patients of eating disorder. Nutrition education is important to help us better understand our eating disorder. The registered dietitians and other professionals involved in the treatment can help us to develop a plan to achieve and maintain our healthy eating habits. One of the benefits of this education is it can help us to understand how nutrition affects our body, including recognizing how our eating disorder causes nutrition issues and physical problems. Other than that, medications are also one of the ways to help us on eating disorder. They are the most effective when combined with the psychological therapy as mentioned just now. Antidepressants are the most common type of medication for the eating disorder patient. However, depending on the situation, other medications are also sometimes prescribed. Taking an antidepressant may be especially helpful if we have bulimia or binge eating disorder. It can also help to reduce the symptoms of depression or anxiety, which frequently occur along with the eating disorder. Next, hospitalization may also be necessary if we have serious physical or mental health problems. Severe or life-threatening physical health problems that occur with anorexia can be a medical emergency in some cases. In many cases, the most important goal of hospitalization is to stabilize acute medical symptoms through beginning the process of normalizing eating and weight. The majority of eating and weight restoration takes place in the outpatient setting. I've done my part on the solution of eating if we encounter eating disorder. I'll pass on to Mariamu. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wong.
So Mariamu will do the conclusion for us.
Yeah.
So Malia,
Okay. Please wait for a while.
mine. So from Wong said just now, I think it's best to do both biological and mental treatment, because I think one is only too much treatment is not enough. Yeah, we have to do both. Yeah.
It's the best to combine the psychology therapy and
Yeah.
medication.
We take the good side from each.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
It's like we try to understand some nutrition
yeah.
knowledge also. So
And
that
also find the best one, because not every individual is like suitable for individual treatment. Maybe the group one is more suitable for them. So
Yeah.
first I think is find the most suitable one, and then try to find the best treatment for them.
Yeah, it depends on the
Because
individual.
so Malian,
Okay, can you see my screen? Can you guys see my screen?
Unfortunately cannot.
maybe you can just present without the slide.
Without the slide.
It's okay. I will just continue. Alright, so far we've known something about eating disorder and how to deal with that. Now I'm gonna talk about what are healthy eating habits look like?
Alia?
Maria, we cannot see you now.
Sorry for the technical
What?
issues. Can you open your microphone? I mean the camera.
Maybe stop sharing
Ah.
so that we can see your face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry guys for the
Is this-
technical issues because technical issues to happen very frequently.
You're back on, Maria. Good to see you
Yeah.
again.
So you may
Yeah.
continue.
Hello.
Okay.
So I'm going to talk about what our healthy habits look like, BMI, body fat, and what is true beauty. So I have a question for you. What nutrients are required by a human body?
For me, I think the three mains is carbohydrate, protein, and fat. And then it's
Yeah.
vitamin and mineral. Yeah.
I think the
Yes.
conventional food pyramid is say that the rice is at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
But for me now, I think the veggies should be at the bottom. You need to eat like more veggies compared to rice because the veggies like low in calories and then
Provide fiber.
fiber, minerals, vitamin, all the good stuff. So I think we should like eat more veggies compared to rice.
I think
in nowadays diets.
I think most importantly we should eat a balanced diet.
That's it.
So what is balance nowadays? We actually have a new formula, right? So it's no longer the pyramid, but it's the quarter and half. So what should be consist of the 50% of your diet?
The veggies.
The veggies, right?
Yeah.
And then the quarter would be
Rice.
rice
and then
or
the meat.
carbohydrate, and the quarter would be proteins. No? Maria, back to you.
Yeah. Okay, the reference nutrients intake. This is the best estimate of the amount of the nutrients that's sufficient for the majority of population. According to the 2017 RNI report in Malaysia, a total of 30 nutrients were listed after considering new evidence on the link between diet and health. Aside from protein, energy, fat, and carbohydrate, there are also vitamin and minerals, and also some trace elements. Do you know the food pyramid?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I draw a food pyramid, there would be 5% of fat, oil, and sugar on the top, and 20% of milk, egg, and fish, and 35% of vegetables and fruits. And at the bottom is 40% of bread and grains. Also, I will talk about body fat, BMI, and body fat. BMI is body mass index. This is a person's weight in kilogram or pounds divided by the square of height in meters or feet. A BMI of less than 18.5 means a person is underweight. And the ideal BMI for a person weight is between 18.5 and 24.9. While the BMI of between 25 and 29.9 is overweight. If the BMI is over 30, it indicates obesity. I will share a link in the chat box. In this link, you can accurate your BMI. So, doctor, I have a question for you. Do you think BMI is an accurate way to monitor the body fat?
No, I wouldn't think so. Maybe, but we still need BMI to have a general idea about whether you are in a healthy weight range or not. But whether you are in a kind of like healthy ratio of your fat and then your protein and the water percentage in your body, I would think that nowadays we have a lot of machines, right, to actually can tell you the exact percentage of what's consisting in your body. The other type would be to measure your waist to hip pressure. That would be more accurate to see whether generally you are in alarming kind of like body shape or you're in a good shape. So don't just use BMI as the sole indicator of whether you are having a healthy weight or not.
Yeah, for me I'm actually overweight, which is not the healthy BMI. But for me, I feel pretty good in this BMI range. So yeah, it's not the only indicator it's just as a reference, for your body state, state of health.
Yes.
Yeah, for my experience
Yes.
also, my sister, right, is one day before that she went to one of the weight control institute, and her BMI is considered normal, but then her body weight percentage is considered obese in that case. So I think BMI is like not the very best indicator for the body fat percentage.
Yeah, but it's good as a reference.
Yeah, it's a good reference for the weight control.
Yes, some research suggests that we should combine a person's BMI with their waist circumference. This may be a very accurate way to estimate body fat. And then I will talk about body fat. This is an important factor in overall wellness, and too much body fat can be problematic. In fact, high levels of body fat raise your risk of developing many of the common chronic health conditions, which link to preventable deaths. But having too little body fat can also cause health problems, as it's necessary for the regulation of glucose, cholesterol, and energy storage and release. This will also link to reproductive hormone metabolism. This function can be compromised without enough body fat. Then I will briefly talk about several methods that can be used to calculate body fat percentage. First is the DEXA, or Dual Energy X-ray Observation Rate. This way is accurate and more readily available than other tests. Another way is hydrostatics weighing. This way you need to be naked and underwater. But this way is not readily available because the machine is really expensive and require a lot of space. And then body pulse. This is accurate, but it can also be very expensive. And also you will also face a problem that you will be exposed to radiation. But this way is most easily found at some universities. Another way is calipers. This is best used by a professional like a personal trainer. Another way is CT or MRI. But this method will sometimes also expose you to a great deal of radiation. And bioelectrical impedance scale. This measure for body fats are widely available, but it's probably not so accurate. These scales are most useful when you weigh yourself at the same time every day. Now I have a question for you. What do you think is true beauty?
For me, I more emphasize on the inner beauty. If the person always have bad thoughts, evil thoughts, what I said, evil thoughts, or always want to do something that only benefit themselves, that is not the person that I like. But for now we only talk about the physical beauty, right? Yeah. I think having a healthy body is one of the factor lah. Okay, whether I mean looking at the face is very like subjective. Every person have a different beauty standard, but for the body, I think there will be it can be standardized a bit, you know, at least like it need to be healthy, like based on the reference that we talked about just now, the BMI, the body fat, also like that. But we need to combine all the parameters and see whether this person is healthy or not. If he or she is healthy, then we can say, he's a beauty person.
Okay.
I very agree with Chia. Inner beauty is very important, but for me to define like the physical beauty for your body, I think most importantly, you yourself must be very confident.
Yeah.
Like you don't care like what other people talk about you, how they judge you. Like you don't care at all. Then it's a true beauty for yourself, I think.
Yeah. Because normally when you see a couple, two very fat person, we say, why are they together? Because from our perspective, they are not beauty, but from their perspective, each of them is beauty. Yeah, that's a rather subjective thing. Alia?
Yeah. In my perspective, no one is perfect, and all these flaws and imperfection are what makes you. The main message we get across from the true beauty is that there is really no true beauty. No matter what you do or try, you will never be satisfied by what the world say about you until you are able to truly love yourself. I wish all of us can become more confident, learn to love ourselves and be ourselves. Have a heart that tastes beauty and goodness. Last but not least, have a free mind and a healthy body. That's all from me. Thanks for listening.
Okay, thank you, Mariamu. And that is the end of our podcast. So we will now open for Q&A session. So I see the chat box we have our friend Yakisoba ask any tips for university students to start healthy diet, like university students like us to start a healthy diet, taking into account how expensive food these days. Yeah. So for me, right, expense that we can like, if for example we eat like nasi campur, we can eat like tempeh or just veggies. Tempeh, veggies and rice for me is considered a balanced diet because you get the protein source, which is the tempeh, and then the rice, which is carbohydrate, and then the vitamin, minerals, all the good stuff, fibers from the veggies. So for my experience, this kind of diet only costs you about 4 or 3 ringgit Malaysia. So that is affordable by normal student like us. So any?
I think most importantly, we should eat according to the food pyramid.
Yeah.
We need to reduce the fat intake and increase the consumption of vegetables. I think vegetables now is like cheaper than meat, right? Meat is definitely more expensive.
And meat is not good for the environment as well. Taking all that count, it's not like I'm vegan or something like that. I do eat meat, okay, for a balanced diet. But in some cases, I eat like only veggies for my health. Yeah, that's the thing.
So plant-based protein also easily available. For example, eggs. I mean plant-based means
green
like
peas,
beans, red beans, green beans. Cheaper version of another type of dairy products, milk, which will be good source of protein as well. And also eggs. I think eggs easily available in campus, and also choose plant-based protein also alternative for expensive meat, right?
It's much more cheaper. So good for health. Okay, so for the next questions, in the age of social media, how can you really not influenced by people online and start to be yourself? You know, like be yourself in this age of social media where there are a lot of distraction. How can you handle the criticism from society when you are different from others? Maybe for me, like I just ignore, like I take a break from social media once in a while to like recover myself, you know, do meditation, have a healthy mental state like that. So
For me, I think that we should like try to find motivation from people around you. Like maybe if you like face criticism, you may ask like the opinions of your family, your friends, maybe even lecturer can try to help you. Also, most important, you should voice out like if you face like difficulties, if you are verbally abused. Most important, you should voice out. I think.
So to get help, right?
Yeah.
So just now you mentioned lecturers or even counselors, and you see that could help you to actually process it. If you receive criticism from other people, then how would you process the thoughts of their what their critics about you, right?
Yeah.
So that would be ask for help.
Yeah,
Be the
that's
key
the
point here.
important thing.
Yeah.
So there's no more questions. So I guess that is the end of the Q&A session and also our podcast. Thank you everyone for joining us today, and also thank you Dr. Chong for our guest speaker today. I hope you all can have a more understanding and more insight on this issue, the prevalence of eating disorder in Asians, and also to reach for professional for help when you find yourself facing this kind of issue, and also be yourself when you are searching in your identity, especially in our age, young adult age. So thank you all, and then see you guys later. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, technical guy.
Thank you, technical guy.